Brent Venables, longtime defensive coordinator at Clemson, coming back to Oklahoma as head coach, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were actually here talking about this a week ago today. I think it was obviously a week ago today that that Riley had mentioned that he was, the announcement was that he was going to USC, and we kind of started talking about the guys. And for me, Venables was the guy that that I thought initially was going to be the guy that was named. And then it looks like it's heading in that direction. To your point, it hasn't been officially announced by the University of Oklahoma, but everything that I've heard and seen is it's pretty much a done deal. And I think Oklahoma is scheduled. Nothing's been announced, but from what I've been hearing is there will be a press conference at some point tomorrow to announce him.
Based on the conversations we've had, based on the feedback that we received from all the fine folks here in the live chat and others, is that it appears as though Brent Venables was at or near the top of most fans' list. He has gained that much credibility with his work at Clemson and obviously his work at Oklahoma to gain this kind of support for not being a coach that has a head coaching track record. To be this well accepted and people to be excited about him being the next head coach.
Yeah, no, I think, I mean, there's a couple of things to that, Mark. I think, obviously based on his time at Oklahoma, Oklahoma hasn't played the level of defense that they really need to play since he's been gone. I think that's one part of it. But on the other side of it, I think it brings a little bit more familiarity to the program. The toughness, and I think we've talked a lot about this, where potentially Oklahoma, hasn't been, I don't think they've been as tough as a program as you would like to see. So I think, with anybody that watches Venables coach on the sidelines at Clemson knows that he brings all the passion, all the toughness, and so I think this was the guy that a lot of people thought initially would probably get the first call. Obviously, there was other people that were in the mix. There was this Dabo rumor that I still think that had a lot of legs. I still think there was some consideration made there. I'd heard from a reliable source that he was in fact contacted. There was mutual interest on both sides, and I think at the end of the day, he just decided that he wasn't ready, wasn't prepared to make a move like this. So I don't know that necessarily you would say that Venables was the second choice, but I think there was some serious discussion. I know Dan Lanning was part of the discussion as well. I think from what I've heard that he was there was a conversation that was had with him as recent as last night following the SEC championship game, and I think Aranda was another guy that was really part of it as well. But I think at the end of the day, the kind of the familiarity that that Oklahoma has with Venables and Joe Castiglione, the last two coaches, this is kind of his style, bringing in high level assistant coaches to come to Oklahoma. That was the case with Bob Stoops, and certainly that was the case with Lincoln Riley as well.